Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to my Winter Sun Tournament Rookie Walkthrough video. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the shots that I'll use and some of the possible alternatives. You will need to play this course according to your clubs, your balls, and your skill level. And I want to give you a little special notice that some of the holes, some of the shots you're going to see are from my very first streamed Golf Clash tournament. So I did hit a couple of great balls, okay? I wish you all the very best of luck out there on the course. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, we're starting the tournament here. Hole number 1 with a par 4 from this Kohong Resorts course. Now I am playing with the Navigator ball and a big topper club. A Navigator at the minimum, absolutely nothing wrong with bringing a little better wind resistance for that second shot. Setting this first one up though with 20% max on the adjustment, maximum top spin, about a half a bar of right spin. And you may need to use a little bit of right curl here, especially in a right to left wind situation. That will depend on the wind that we see when we play it in the tournament. But ultimately, as you can see, we're going to bounce there up and over those long fairway bunkers and roll it out here nicely behind these bushes to leave ourselves with a second shot with a short iron, such as the Thorn. Whatever short iron you love the most. Now, my suggestion to you, and the suggestion that I'm going to give myself, is instead of playing 2 bars of backspin here and bouncing it on the fairway just in front of the fringe, I want to try to avoid that fairway because it is a little bit of a slope, and I don't think that that is a good landing position. I think what it's doing is it's losing distance and giving us a bit of an uneven bounce. So my plan in the tournament is to center up my ring on that fringe and adjust my spin accordingly so that I have a more flat and hopefully consistent landing position. So this adjustment though, I did play it at negative 5% medium distance. You'll have to check the distance of your shot and we'll have to adjust it according to the wind, but this is one that we're going to see a lot of drops for those that get the banners. Welcome to hole number 2. This is the first par 3 of the tournament, and as you can see from the footage, this is one of the shots from my very first ever streamed Golf Clash tournament. I didn't really know what to do, and I do not have a ton of experience with this hole. However, I do think that this play with a wood club, maximum backspin, maximum right spin with a marlin, so that's about 1 bar of right spin with the current spin values, and just approaching this hole directly, I played this shot at 20% minimum distance. I mean, I did sink it. It comes in a little bit hot, so you might want to back it up a little bit. We may be playing it with a long iron from further back, but this is a good chance. Hole number 3 is a par 5 that gives us a very serious look at Albatross. I'm coming in with my extra mile and a Titan ball, and we're going to give it basically max top, max right, and I do adjust this shot for 10% max. So what I'm doing here, because I only have the extra mile 6, is I end up pushing this shot back up to max after making this 10% max adjustment, and I give the ball about a half a ball of right curl, again, into this particular right to left wind. So if you have an extra mile 7 or more and your landing position is a little bit just past those bunkers, you don't need to push it to max. The idea is here that, you know, we're going to bring the ball up to a nice distance down that second fairway. And you can see we did give it a really actual solid half ball of right curl because, you know, that left rough is certainly in play. This one here, you're going to see it's going to give us a nice distance. I forget the number. 308, was it? 390. 390 yards. So from 390 yards, you do see I am coming in here with my backbone. Now, if you have a higher level sniper and you've got a lot of backspin, by all means, approach it directly. But I like setting up this backbone here. 10% max, and I've got the top of the red ring just touching the rough there. And what that does is it leaves me in a perfect position for a 0 spin shot and a very solid chance at Albatross. I think that the backbone is a club that 99% of tournament players, you know what I mean, they're all going to be bringing it to the game. And I have nothing against the sniper approach either way, but I think, you know, for the majority of players, this is going to be a very approachable shot, and I wish you the very best of luck dropping it like it's hot. Hole number 4. This is a par 3 that I have played at least 3 different tournaments. I bring a Kingmaker here and a Backbone Club because I really feel like we have a very solid chance of making this shot every single time we take it. 4.2 bars of backspin is what I used here, and I'm adjusting this shot at 20% max. So the idea for me then is also to make sure that I've got the top of the white ring cutting the fringe, so it's just kind of halfway into the fringe. That way you're leaving your ball guide a little bit short, and in this strong, well, it's 2.5, but in a crosswind I am offsetting from the center of the pin ever so slightly. You're going to have to play around with it a little bit depending on the wind. Welcome to hole number 5. This is a great little par 4. There's definitely multiple options, ways you can play this hole, but I'm giving you a very straightforward setup here that almost any rookie player can play. This one, I'm going to bring a navigator ball and a quarterback, and we're going to play this shot at 20% max. You just need about 3 bars of topspin, maximum right spin, and you'll see that I give this approximately half a ball of right curl. I think, you could give it a little more topspin, but there is the chance that you could run it off into the rough, and ultimately I don't think you gain anything from going much further. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways to get this drop. There we go. And you see just kind of rolling into that shadow there, it gives you a little bit of a marker. 326 yards. Now, for the first approach shot here, I'm going to show you with the sniper level 6. This one, I'm going to play it at 10% max, but I'm going to go with maximum backspin and maximum left spin. Max back, max left. That's with the navigator. Mind that left spin if you bring a different kind of ball. And I'm setting it up with the sniper 6 about 3 green squares short of the pin. Now that's in a lovely little tailwind here. If you are having a different kind of wind, of course, we're going to have to look at it differently and approach the shot, with a different adjustment. But given these circumstances, this is a very consistent way to play this hole and to give yourself a very nice opportunity to get an eagle on a hole that looks easy, but I would say it's actually rather technical in many ways. So what you're going to see here now is we've done the exact same drive, but we're coming in with a sniper 7. And I just want you to see the difference with this extra ball guide that you get on the 7 versus the 6. This one here, I'm going to give it about 3 bars of backspin and 1 bar of left spin. And the thing is, with this ball guide, we're going to only leave it approximately a single green square short of the pin. Just a little bit, even in a decent tailwind like this. Just something I wanted to demonstrate so that you could see the difference and really just have a visual representation of how much the ball guide makes a massive impact in the way that we set up our shot, the way that we look at the shot, and hey, the way that we drop the shot. Hole number 6, and we've got our second par 5 of this Winter Sun tournament. Now, I am playing here with an extra mile level 4 and a quasar. This one, I'm giving it max top, max left, and I'm adjusting this shot at 10% max. And as you can see, I'm simply bouncing over this first fairway bunker up to the second fairway. Now, I do think that the smart way to play this hole is probably going to be to go directly over and try to run it up that fairway much further and give ourselves a much lower level club. Now, if you choose to play this method, I would bring something like a horizon for this second shot to give ourselves, more topspin so that we can just play it directly over the sand. Coming in here with a big dog, I don't think this is the greatest way to play the hole, but this is the only footage that I have. You can see this old account that I don't even have anymore. This is the way that I was playing it back then. Now, this is acceptable. You're going to set yourself up for a safe eagle each and every time, and that is absolutely okay. But if you want to come in here for albatross, I do think we want to try to approach this shot a little bit more aggressively. You could even think about some kind of a power 3 ball and a rough bump there with, with that horizon, or maybe with something like a with the sniper if you've got enough topspin. So a lot of ways to play this hole. I don't profess to be giving you the absolute perfect information here, but you get a look at it, you get a chance. Let's set and make a plan. Welcome to hole number 7, the final par 4 of this Winter Sun tournament. Setting here with a navigator and a quarterback. Nice safe setup here. 3 bars of topspin, maximum left spin. The idea being that I'm going to just bring it up to this right-hand fairway, close to the end, but don't make it too difficult on yourself. Ultimately, you don't need to go super duper long here to have a good look at that little island. Well, it's not really an island, but that green over the water. And the first way that I think that most rookie players can attempt to make this shot is to bounce on this little fairway pad and just sort of go over the bunker. Now, I'm coming in here with a Goliath level 5. This is a long time ago, guys. The very first tournament I ever streamed. So 2 bars of backspin, that should be okay. But I would recommend something with a better ball guide if you've got it. Backbone or whatever kind of club. I mean, hey, you can make it with this shot. I should have probably... you know, I learned. We all learned that this is how we get there, but I'm showing you this because the root is sound. The direct method of playing this shot doesn't change. Bounce and a little trickle, and boy, I just about sunk it. Let's have a little look at the rough bump. Second method here, same drive, but instead of playing on that fairway pad, we're going to use this little beautiful strip of rough right beside the pin. I think this is the way to go. I'm just telling you how I feel. Now, I play this shot with no spin, and we're going to play it. I played it in this shot, but when I was listening to the stream, the viewer who shared it with me at the time suggested I should have been playing it at 15% min, not 10%. So keep that in mind. I'm going to try 15%. That's what I've got written down. And, you know, spin to pin. If you've got a sniper, bring it. But it looks to me like the Viper could play just fine as well. Welcome to hole 8. This is a par 3 that is, I mean, it looks so straightforward, but I have had such little chance to play it that I do think there may be a rough bump. I keep looking at the side here. I don't know if rookie clubs and balls are going to have what we need, but I really want to check it out. This one here, I'm playing it with the Marlin and a Goliath again, but bring that backbone, okay, if you're going to play long iron here. And you see how I've got that second bounce just before the fringe? I think that's the best indicator that I've really got on this shot. So second bounce, and I'm adjusting 20% max here. This was the great that I talked about in the intro. I do think this one would have been pretty darn close had we not done that, but we'll have a look and see what the tournament wins have in store for us. Hole number 9, as per Playdemic tradition, we're coming in with a par 5. Now, I really want to finish this one with a boom. I hope we can do it. Extra mile and a Titan, max top, max left. Adjust this shot at 10% maximum distance. Do be aware that the half a ball of left curl we're using here is not always necessary depending on the wind and depending on the side spin. If you play a Kingmaker here, you may not need to use it, so judge accordingly. The bottom line here, we're going to bounce it here on the first fairway up and over that long stretch of rough, and just don't run it too long. If you start getting into those shadows there, I'd say that's like the longest you want to make your drive. The rough on the other side is definitely in play. Now, second shot here, because I'm approaching with a Viper, I do not have the topspin that I would traditionally want to play on this shot. So to compensate for that, what we're doing here is we're lining it up, and I'm adjusting this shot, and basically you're going to see that I'm giving it a bit of overpower, which typically makes it much more difficult to get the drop. I'm going to try to bring a sniper in the tournament. Even a horizon here, guys, is not a bad play, not one bit. So sometimes we need a little luck, though. Good luck, everybody, in the Winter Sun Tournament. Thank you very much for watching my Winter Sun Tournament rookie walkthrough video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below. And if you have not yet subscribed to Erelic Gaming, please do so now so that you don't miss out on any of my future content. Good luck, everyone.